Well, Dean Huffman, thank you very much for those very generous comments. And I'm glad that you mentioned Senator Mikulski. The two of us have worked together for Western Maryland. This is truly a unique place in our state and has incredible opportunities that both Senator Mikulski and I want to make sure that we work in partnership. What's happening here at Frostburg State University is part of those efforts. And I want to Dr. Gibraltar, I want you to know I enjoy teaching this class. And I know that our future is in good shape. These students were well prepared. I tried to intimidate them a little bit, and they weren't to be intimidated. They understood the issues well and challenged me, which I thought was extremely helpful, and I just want you to know how proud you should be of the work that's being done here at Frostburg. It gives us all great confidence about the future of not only Western Maryland, but our state and nation. I want to thank Sean Garvin and Chris Williams for making this possible, EPA and America Rivers. They have provided the wherewithal so that we can make real progress in the Potomac Highland region in doing the right thing for our future generations. So we thank their leadership. This is the season of renewal. And what we're doing here is preserving what makes Western Maryland so special. Many of you have heard me say this before, but anytime I can find a reason to come out here, I do. This is a great part of our state. My family and I enjoyed vacationing here this winter. We could have used a little bit more snow, which I'm sure most of you agree, except for those of you, as I found out, who found it easier to commute to school because of the roads. But it was, it's always nice to be here. We want to make sure that we can preserve this region. You heard from Chris Williams the importance of America's rivers. Well, the streams here in the Potomac River Highland area is home to 116 different kinds of fish alone. That's unique. That's exceptional. And that's something that we have a responsibility to preserve. The largest interior temperate hardwood forest in the world is here. We need to make sure it's here for the future. And we have a challenge. The long history of logging, mining, and dam construction has taken its toll. And it's time for us to do something about it. The acid mine damage is real, and we have a responsibility to remedy the circumstances. We all know that we can strike the right balance between conservation and economic growth. And that's what this is all about. How can we continue to bring economic opportunity to Western Maryland, but preserve the unique nature of this part of Maryland? We want to strike that right balance between environment and jobs, and we believe this new partnership does that. So I want to congratulate all the players, the EPA and American Rivers, which are providing the funding. I want to congratulate Frostburg State University, Western Maryland Resource Conservation and Development Council, and the Maryland Department of Natural Resources for partnering to make this possible today. And I also want to acknowledge other players in this process, including ARC, and I see that Al is here. I want to thank him for his help. The BP Energy, Allegheny Land and Coal, AmeriCorps, Maryland State Highway Administration, all are playing a role in making this possible. This $300,000 grant that's coming here is a big deal, people. It's a big deal. These are not easy funds to get. They're very competitive. So I really want to congratulate you all for making it possible. You provide the leadership. You heard my colleagues here talk about what Greg did was make it possible for us to be able to get this $300,000 opportunity to protect our future. Land restoration will reduce greenhouse gas emissions, which is very important. We all have to do our job. We'll reduce flooding, which is particularly problematic in this region from the point of view of water quality. Reduce acid mine drainage, reestablish material forest on strip mine lands, local food production, you already heard about that, which is important and it will create jobs. Not just a couple permanent jobs that will be created through the project itself, but it provides the training of additional job opportunities for this region of Maryland. I have the honor of chairing the Water and Wildlife Subcommittee on the Environment and Public Works Committee. And our headwaters are so important to what happens in our great water bodies. Yes, I am biased about the Chesapeake Bay, which it's not what I think, which is one of the most unique bodies of water in the world. And we understand that we have a real challenge to preserve Chesapeake Bay. But I must tell you, our rivers play a huge role in what happens in the Chesapeake Bay. We're all talking about reducing the amount of pollutants that go into the bay. What you're doing here in this project will make a difference, a significant difference, giving us the way in which all of us can work together to preserve the Chesapeake Bay. When I look out and see the people that are here, I really am optimistic about our future. You all care, making a difference, and our future is much brighter. So it's a beautiful day outside. This is great news for our region, and I congratulate all involved.